Hello and welcome to Off-Road Subaru Specialties. My name is Brendan Rasmussen. I've created this channel to kind of document my builds moving forwards, but also to kind of cover some kind of like general knowledge, some education type stuff as far as building off-road Subarus, because I don't feel like there is adequate information out there that's easy to access as far as how to work on these cars and how to build them specifically for going off-road. My first off-road Subaru was it was a 1996 Subaru Legacy that I built in 2018. It was built for the Gambler 500, so it was, Forester struts, cut fenders, just kind of hammered out the firewall, basic skid plate, some basic bumpers. And for that event, it was fantastic. I mean, it took all the abuse that I could throw at it. And that was a 2.2 car with a factory 390 gears, 5-speed manual. And I kind of ran that car as is for about a year. And then kind of over the years, I just kind of ended up putting parts into it to correct things that I was having issues with. And since then, it's kind of evolved into a bigger project. It's actually changed chassis now. In 2024, I went from the 95 chassis to a 96 because that year I actually blew the engine up at the Gambler. So that was when I decided to do an easy 30 swap. And I mean, in this same kind of time frame, it had gotten TSS fab, control arms, lateral links, trailing arms, SJR 2-inch lift. I went to the 411 transmission out of a modern Forester XT. There's a handful of things that have been done to the car, and so I've been running that platform for the last couple of years, and it's kind of gotten to the point again where it's like I really need to just kind of tear it down and rebuild it, just for maintenance purposes mostly. But it just kind of happened that my aunt had a Forester that fell into my lap because it had some mechanical issues she didn't want to handle. So rather than rebuild the same car from the ground up, I'm going to move everything over to the Forester. So we'll cover that build on this channel too. Behind me I have my wife's project that's a 06 WRX that we're doing an easy swap in as well. It's got Raceworks coilovers on it. It's going to be running a Haltech 2500 for the ECU. We'll kind of get into more details of that project as we kind of create a series for it specifically. But I want to show how to work on these cars, how to select parts, because there's a wide variety of ways to work on these cars, products that you can use. And so for me, it's a matter of informing people of like, if you just want your car to be lifted so that you can drive it on the road, you could go this route. Or if you want just like to really get the maximum out of this car off-road, like, well, what kind of off-roading do you want to go? Just cruise around on trails? Do you want to like rally it? That kind of thing. We can get into detail about what is going to be best for the car. I'm also going to cover some weak points, like show where you can bolster your car to make it more durable. I think we're probably going to end up developing some products throughout this process to show you where I've had failing points before and how I'm going to correct them. And if I can make it something that's marketable that I can pass on as a product, I would love to do that. That's my son Harry speaking on my behalf as well. And that kind of alludes to the next part, which is I want to also do kind of a lifestyle portion of this where we talk about overlanding and off-roading with your family. And that's kind of what this Forester project is going to be, is I'm rebuilding this one to be more comfortable, to kind of have the creature comforts, the AC. It's going to have the automatic transmission this time for a couple of reasons. And we'll talk about those in the video. The automatic isn't just for comfort. There are other reasons that go into that. But I do want to talk about like how you can maximize your use out of these cars. And I also want to get on my soapbox a little bit about these because I work on four-wheel drives all day, every day. And see the builds, the big crazy builds that people are getting that are awesome, and they're, you know, $100,000 plus trucks a lot of the time. But I don't think everyone necessarily needs that. I think for the larger demographic, the majority of people that just kind of want to go out and cruise around in the woods, maybe go on some ORV trails, you don't necessarily need that big 4x4. You don't need to spend all that money. You can do that for a lot cheaper with a Subaru because they're accessible, they're affordable, their parts availability is wild. As well, at least where I'm at in the Pacific Northwest, Subarus are everywhere, and so I just kind of want to show that there is a cheaper way to do things that isn't the wrong way per se. Because a lot of the times when you're doing things cheap, you don't end up with the right thing. And that being said, with these cars, there is a cheap route to do these things, and that isn't always the right call either. It's worth spending the extra money to get the quality products to make these work the way they should. And so with that all said, right, and that kind of sums it up, really. I look forward to making content moving forward that's educational, but also entertaining, hopefully. We'll get some trail riding videos out there. We'll get some videos of how to build these cars. We'll get videos on how to maintain them and how to fix them when they break. And I'm really looking forward to going through all that with you. So thanks for watching.